And we are a fresh approach for our community, emphasizing that we are green, low growth, dedicated to preserving the open spaces, trying to help the police by keeping drug offenders off the streets, programs to help police when they come out to not have repeat offenders. And better compensation for our teachers so that we can improve the schools by continuing to improve the school quality. Again, fresh approach and strong ties to the community, and we're supported by various environmental groups, NAACP, and California Teachers Association. So vote for Brown.
So this is we're. Should I state my stance?
Tell us, are you in favor of Brown or in favor of Daley? Which group?
It looks like Daley.
Daley. So we came up with the idea of bag Brown, like brown bag in reverse.
That's pretty good.
She has no moral compass. You can see a compass on the back. She has a criminal record. She's in favor of, cutting the police budget. So we said police force suffers as, money goes to the dopers.
Guess had fun with that one.
Senator Randy Rover resigned after an AIDS scandal. Was Brown the aide involved? We have a mugshot here of her under arrest.
Mugshot?
Her actual mugshot.
Yep.
We went on to saying that, she's out of touch with the majority of the voters. She's, ivory tower because of her Ivy League experiences. Out of touch with what the town needs as far as services, hard line on development, new growth. We hit her here for illegal campaign fundraising, and we tried to draw a picture of a marijuana leaf. None of us has ever seen one, but so we said she's light on drug abuse.
That's good.
Basically, this is supposed to be a young girl who's in front of a fence where it says the park has been closed, and there's going to be high-rises going up behind there as though it was, construction going on. So let's see if you can figure this out. George Daley, fox watching the hen house, question mark. And this is, by the way, is an AK-47. We weren't sure. We were going to put it in our hand, but we just didn't work out. Okay, so three main things here. Crime. Guy's been involved in sexual assault, and he's opposed to gun control. Finance reform. He was involved in the embezzlement with his aide, I guess. Is that right? In limited growth. He's got a pro-growth stance. So at the end we're saying, is this where you want to raise your children?
That was good.
That's it.
Good.
Trusted, time-tested Daley. George Daley is your public servant. George Daley will bring safety back into public schools. He's tough on crime. With 22 years of daily public service, he's going for the job. He also supports more teachers, and therefore will be able to have smaller class sizes, and will solidify city services. And George is also supported by all the local businesses via the San Diablo Chamber of Commerce and the Realtors Association.
And that's a picture.
In the photo?
The photo, it's very artistic, I know, and it is George shaking hands with a lady in a very public and diverse area.
That we're talking about here wasn't actually proved, he was just charged.
Right,
so.
okay. So innuendo, right? So you take something that isn't really true and you make it, you raise enough doubt about it, okay?
Just create enough doubt and suspicion, so we're not alluding to the direct facts, but just causing the viewer to say, well, maybe that did happen.
Right, okay. You still have to ask yourself, are we creating, an image here that isn't true, right, or isn't real? Now you don't have to say this person is a slime ball, in these areas, right? But you can do positive ones. And the positive ones could be unethical. You could do really negative slam ones, that could be completely unethical, or I think like what you guys did, it's really a mix, right? So the hard-hitting critical things and raising questions in people's minds, that's okay. But as long as, there are some lines that you don't cross. Now, from this session today, the whole session that you want to remember, all right? And I'm going to ask you to kind of share that in a second. But on that diagram, right, I said, if you want to be a good person, you want to make an ethical decision, it's paying attention to your values and what they look like in practice, right? It's making a decision that you use some decision-making method like this. Home, I'm driving or whatever, I'll say, okay, I'll let my whole day sort of run over me, and I'll ask myself, and sometimes it really is, you feel like it's run over you, right? And I'll ask myself, okay, so did I practice any of the virtues that I want to practice? Right? And usually I have in mind something that I've been working on, right? Did I do more good than harm today? Was I fair? Did I treat people with dignity and respect? Was my community better because I was in it? Right? Just asking those questions at the end of the day, it sensitizes me a lot to what happens, the next day. And often my answer is no, I didn't. It's like I bumped into these stumbling blocks, and I need to learn some of these skills.